Welcome to Darlington Raceway here in Darlington, South Carolina. Tonight we have race number 12, or race number 3 of quarter number 2 for the Stampede Racing League season number 1. Currently qualifying, just getting under just about halfway through now, as we see Donnie Kite going out of the racetrack as we speak. But tonight, race number 3 of the season, of the quarter 2, race number 12 of the season. As currently Brock Morris on the top of the board with a 29.5 flat. Donnie Kite going to try and better that as he's running the high lane in turns number 1 and 2. And right now we have 6 drivers have set of time. We have four drivers still yet to set a lap time. As Donnie Kite going to be setting his first lap here. That time there was a 29.723, puts him to P number 5 on his second lap here. Oh, he's going to get loose, and that's going to cost him a lot of time. Dylan Chappell on the race, sitting in pit road. No one else has yet to set a lap. So currently Donnie Kite, last driver on the track, and he is now reset. So Dylan Chappell, the only one we are waiting on, as we do have Kenneth Shaney, Giovanni Klein, and Hunter Sr. They have not set a lap time as of yet. As tonight we have 118 laps with the stage at lap number. We're getting these up as we speak now. We get a stage lap number 30, 75% fuel tank. So looking to go about probably around 60 laps on 55 to 60 laps on fuel. It's currently qualifying, still wrapping up. No one else has set a lap time, so keeping an eye on that track for now, but no one else has on the racetrack. So that brings us pretty much to the end of qualifying here. 30 seconds left, so let's take a look at our weather for tonight's race. As Donnie Kite is still on the racetrack, still sitting in pit road. Just keep an eye on him, but qualifying just wrapping up. But currently, the end of qualifying and our weather conditions for tonight, April 13th here, 1:30 Eastern time, 1:30 p.m. Here in the sim, 82-degree ambient temperature with 109-degree track temp, very hot track temp, 10-mile-per-hour winds, 40% relative humidity, and cloudy skies. As now we just actually do switch, so it's gonna get a little colder there as through the switch over there as we go to 330. Lowers the track temp down to about 99, but it should come up a little bit, lowers a little bit of the humidity. But while these drivers grid up, let's take a look at our starting lineup for tonight's race here at Darlington. As race number 12 of the season, Brock Morris with a 29.500 puts it on the pole. Mark Kisweather 9 thousandths slower in P number 2. He'll start in P number 2. Starting in P number 3 will be the 60 machine of Jared Skinner, and Cole Steiner at 24 will start P number 4. Starting running out our top 5 tonight will be the 2 machine of Donnie Kite alongside his teammate of Nathan Johnson, the Splash to Go Graphics machines on row number 3. Row number 4 will be Dylan Chappell, that 99 machine, in 17 in the sim, and 76 of Kenneth Shaney will start 8th, supposed to be the 75. Hunter Sr. will start 9th in that 9 machine, and Giovanni Klein will round our top 10 tonight. Our 10 car field, so 118 laps here tonight. As Brock Morris gonna lead him to green here in just a few moments time. as while we have a moment, let's bring in our pole sitter of the 05 machine, of Brock Morris. You're able to put it on the pole, but just about a hundredth of a second. So, what's your game plan going into the night, and how are you going to be able to use this pole to your advantage?
Save some tire. Hopefully just drive smooth. This is my favorite oval. I haven't done it a whole ton, but I do really like this track, and I've put a ton of practice into this, so I'm just hoping to keep it clean, and yeah, hopefully just save some tire and yeah, bring it home tonight.
All right, well, congrats on the pole, and good luck in tonight's race.
Thank you.
So that was our pole sitter of Brock Morris. As now they're going to run their parade lap of single file here this time by, and then you will bring them down, bring them to green next time by. So Brock Morris going to be start P number 1. Mark Kiswether, our quarter 1 champion, will start P2, just trying to get a good start, trying to build some more momentum back into this quarter 2 here. Last week did go to Phoenix, and Mark Kiswether was able to pick up that win. So our top two in the quarter championships were able to pick up two that have won the first 2 races of the quarter so far. Josh Hunt was able to win at Talladega after coming in second in the quarter 1 championship, and Mark Kiswether was able to pick up the win last week at Phoenix after winning the quarter 1 championship. Tonight we head to Darlington, kind of an egg-shaped oval, unique racetrack. Definitely going to be a tough challenge for all these drivers tonight. Next week we do head to Michigan, so kind of an interesting start to the schedule here to start quarter 2. A lot of interesting races, a lot of unique racetracks that are kind of kind of drive a little bit differently. But now we're leading it as Brock Morris leads the field as of now. Going to bring them back to green. Going to bring them to green for 118 laps here tonight. As the pace car, we're going to take that hard left turn onto pit road. Brock Morris, Mark Kiswether on the front row. They're going to lead them down to the Geico restart zone, and we are underway here from Darlington. Brock Morris off to a great start already. Going to be side by side though with Mark Kiswether. Mark Kiswether holding strong on the outside there in turn number 1 and 2. Off of turn number 2, Kiswether going to try and get that good run down the back straightaway. The good run from the outside lane. He's going to clear Brock Morris going down into turn number 3 and 4. Cole Steiner trying to follow through on the outside as well. Drivers using the outside to their advantage. Mark Kiswether going to lead the first lap here tonight. Single file out through most of the field, but back side by side here. That 5 machine of Giovanni Klein. A little contact with Kenneth Cheney. We go up the racetrack, and Cheney can get into the wall just a little bit, but that's going to single file out the field so far. Close battle back up here now is with Cole Steiner and Brock Morris. Staying right behind Cole Steiner, trying to make some moves happen on the outside lane. As top 3 have kind of pulled away from the field so far. We're mostly staying close together though. But Mark Kissweather currently holds the lead. Everyone's single file, just kind of biding their time, knowing 30 laps. Got a while to go here in this first stage. Gonna get their tires underneath them, get their cars underneath them. We're on board here with Mark Kissweather. See the whole field right behind him. Oh, Jared Skinner, big moment there in the back. Sort of a big moment. Jared Skinner, someone got really loose off the turn number 4 there. So I'll see someone down under the dollar yellow line. Let's take a look at that real quick. Was that Hunter Senior? It was Hunter Senior. Hunter Senior off the turn 4 here. Let's take a look at what happened. Yeah, it looks like he just got loose off the corner. Looked like it could have been like a push loose there. Just got really tight off of turn 4. But he lost a spot to Dylan Chappell, but he's going to have to try and regain that position. But now Brock Morris back to the bottom. He's looking for P number 2 on Cole Steiner. Usually pretty much right on the apron there. Line through there, but off of turn number 2, not able to stay close. But here comes Cole Steiner for the lead. Has some good run off. He had a great run off of turn number 4. Goes down to the turn number 1 here. Take his time, backs off the corner a little bit. A little bit of dirty air is going to affect him a little bit. Going to try and get some clean air on that nose through the center of the corner. Going to be a little slower, but now Brock Morris has an opportunity now. Try to use this moment to use that momentum and move out to the attack into turn 3, but not close enough. Jared Skinner actually closing in on Brock Morris as well. As the field's kind of all bunched up here. Giovanni Klein trying to look by. Donnie Kite here goes to the inside into turn number 1. Goes side by side. Giovanni Klein gets tight under Donnie Kite. Almost gets into him. They're going to hold on to it. Now Donnie Kite able to get a little bit of pressure relief there, but Giovanni Klein losing another spot there to Kyle Top, Kinachini, sorry. That was Kyle Top with that paint scheme. The toughest graphics machine of Kinachini. As now actually he's looking for another spot. Actually Giovanni Klein looking back. He had a really good run off of turn 4. Now Dylan Chappell has an opportunity on Giovanni Klein. Klein so far able to use his momentum on the outside lane, is trying to stay away there from Dylan Chappell. Doing well so far, but there's the whole field, all spread within 2 seconds. Tight field so far. Cole Steiner trying to chase down Mark Kissweather, trying to get this lead away, take the lead away. We're third of the way here, through here, stage number 1. Mark Kissweather staying away just for now. Just the dirty air off the turn 2 seems to be hurting Cole Steiner really bad. I'm not gonna stay near the bottom, no one really using the top yet. Everyone's going to save their tires on the bottom. It's battle for the lead so far between Mark Kissweather and Cole Steiner. Kissweather on the wall a little bit through 1 and 2 there. Might cost him a little bit of time to Cole Steiner. Cole Steiner trying to close it in. Going to use the outside lead to his advantage down here through 3 and 4 to go on board with that 24 machine. He's gaming 24 for Cole Steiner. So shifting on the front straightaway, so in the 4th gear. Really having to take his time through the center 1 and 2. Gets back up through the gears. Drives it in deep into turn 4. Cole Steiner really driving it deep there. back here. Donnie Knight within a few car lengths of Jared Skinner. Oh, Giovanni Klein in the wall off of turn number 2. Big moment there. That's going to cost him a lot of time. Let's take a look at what happened here. So Dylan Chappell right behind him. Oh, he just got out of the groove and just got into the wall. Not too bad. Didn't look like he hit the wall too bad there. Cost him a lot of time. Marcus was able to pull away a little bit from Cole Snyder, but here comes Brock Morris. Brock Morris out on the pole, not a great start. Lost a couple spots on that initial start, and he's settled into third. Now he's trying to chase back down Cole Snyder. Right up his bumper, but no one really can find a way by yet. Everyone's just going to struggle with the dirty air behind each other. As now Brock Morris with a good run off at sort of 2 here, maybe. Had that clean air down to the bottom. Into turn number 3 and 4. Cole Snyder still holds on to second. As now the top 5 have pulled away from the rest of the field. Now the gap between the top 5 only a second. The gap's all the way back to 10th is now 4 seconds. Oh, Dylan Chappell trying to make a move. Kevin Cheney off of turn number 2. Cheney with a big move, little moment. A little bit of contact in there in turn 3. That's what allowed Chappell to clear. And Nathan Johnson trying to find his way by there. Just got right behind it all. That allowed Dylan Chappell to clear Kevin Cheney. Now he pulls away, but Nathan Johnson trying to close that gap back down now. So to the outside now, looking to the outside of Kevin Cheney. Standing outside of 3 and 4, it allowed him to carry a lot more center speed. Try and carry some more exit speed off the corner, but Cheney a little loose, but Nathan Johnson closing the gap down. Not close enough to make a move into 1. Doesn't want to risk that big of a move yet, but now Cheney into the wall a little bit, into 1 and 2. Johnson tried to dive really shallow at entering 2, but didn't, thought better of it, but now that allows Hunter Sr. now. Hunter Sr. going to maybe try to make an opportunity to make a pass from 8th. Nathan Johnson making that outside lean work, but he gets really loose off of turn 4. Allows Hunter Sr. to close the gap back in. No one really can find their way by anyone else yet. So the closest battle on the racetrack. The next closest battle is up for 3rd right now. Brock Morris not really able to find his way by there yet. Donnie Kite as well up, trying to catch Jared Skinner at JuicySpydr machine, but he's had a good run here going down to the 1. See if Donnie Kite takes this opportunity into 1. On board here with Donnie Kite. Off this position from Donnie Kite, trying to hold off this charge. But Brock Morris now, he's looking on to Cole Snyder. He's closed the gap in. He's looking a little better with the tire wear. It's an extra stage point. That's useful for Brock Morris. Mark Kissler is driven away by 1.5 seconds over the field. This battle for 2nd is the closest on the racetrack. Along with this battle for 4th. All 4 of these drivers really close together. Here comes Brock Morris down to the bottom. And a good run through 3 and 4, but he's a little loose off the exit. That's what allowed Jared Skinner to run, but Jared Skinner getting to the wall off of 4, and now Donnie Kite to the bottom. He's going to clear Skinner with a great run off of 4. Morris gets to the wall entering 1. Kite trying to follow through. Not going to happen. Not going to work for Kite, but now he's going to run off of turn 2. Donnie Kite really coming alive here. The tires starting to come into play as Morris tries to drive it in deep into 3 and 4 there. Snyder got in the wall a little bit now. Allowed Morris to close in, but Snyder able to get the run off the exit. Morris and Kite pounding down that 24 machine, trying to get by Cole Snyder for a second. As here comes Kite to the inside now for third on Brock Morris, looking to the inside in 1 and 2. Morris into the wall. Side by side for the second, third, it's contact. Morris hard to the outside wall. Got really loose there off of turn number 2, in the middle of 1 and 2. Big damage to that right front. Big crash there, big damage to the 05 of Brock Morris. And he's gonna bring it down pit road. That might be his night over. This Brock Morris, let's take a look at what happened there in 1 and 2. Just got in the wall. Through the center, 1 and 2, got a little contact with Donnie Kite. And he just kind of overcorrected into the wall there. This car is very snappy. It's very hard to, in that position, to really just keep it together. Just got in the wall, hard hit there. That's going to be a lot of wheel damage. As he's going to bring it down pit road. But currently Mark Kisweather all by himself out front by 4.5 seconds after that skirmish happened there. And he's looking to go pick up the stage win. Let's Kisweather through 3 and 4. Great stage, great run. Has saved his tires really well compared to the rest of the field. Now through turn number 1 and 2. And Mark Kisweather, very dominant stage 1. He stayed close. Most of the field, everyone stayed really close there early on. But he was able to pull away with this tire strategy. And everyone struggled to get by everybody. Just struggled to pass. And allow Mark Kisweather to pull away. And he will pick up the stage win. As he's going to keep going as there's the caution for the end of the stage. As Mark Kisweather to pick up those extra bonus points for the stage. So you do get 10 stage points for winning the stage, and then plus also a bonus point for winning the stage. So it's 11 stage points, pretty much right there for Mark Kisweather. A great run for him. So now we'll bring them all down pit road. Get down pit road now. This pit road is open. See if anyone takes 2 tires for the long run here. I doubt someone tries something like that, but could see it happen. Oh, Mark Kisweather overdriving the stall. That's going to be a big moment there. He's hoping that that's not... that doesn't cost him a spot. Donnie Kite taking 2 tires. And Marcus were losing 3 spots there. But Donnie Kite able to take the lead. 2-tire, actually no, not even a 2-tire call, just a really fast pit stop. 14.4 second stop there. Really fast. Marcus with a 16-second stop. Really slow in the box. But very fast down pit road there. As there's Donnie Kite's pit stop. Let's compare that to Mark Kissweather, who lost 4 spots on pit road. Should I bring this up? But I believe ATVO said no, so we're gonna get those back in just a second. But take the one to green. Donnie Kite will take the inside. Yes, there they go. It has crashed on me, so apologies for the difficulties there. But Donnie Kite will be the race leader when we go take the green. Jared Skinner able to jump up to second. Cole Steiner in third, and Mark Kissweather falls back to fourth with that really slow stop. So it's Donnie Kite, Jared Skinner, Cole Steiner, Mark Kissweather, Nathan Johnson will be our top 5. Will be Dylan Chappell, Kenneth Cheney, Hunter Sr., and Giovanni Klein through the rest of the field. As off of turn number 4, his car is off, and Donnie Kite leads up back to green here from Darlington for final stage. A good jump for Donnie Kite. Able to get away from the rest of the field as the rest of the field now falling back as Jared Skinner really slow restart, falls all the way back behind Giovanni Klein. Back to 8th, not a great restart for that 60 machine. He's really struggling with these full tires. He falls all the way behind Hunter Sr. Cole Steiner now in second. Mark Kissweather right behind him. Mark Kissweather trying to make his gap back up. He's going to chase down Donnie Kite, but Donnie Kite really huge lead already to start this stage. He's doing a great run down the back straightaway. Looks to the bottom into 3 and 4. Mark Kissweather trying to find his way by, but he's taking his time here. Plenty of racing left in this race. A long way to go. But here comes Dylan Chappell to the outside, trying to make a move on Mark Kissweather for 3rd. So around the outside, put it right up against that outside wall, and he's going to get a good run. To be side by side for 3rd there. And Dylan Chappell clears Mark Kissweather for 3rd. Mark Kissweather falls back to 4th. Together, close in together. Here comes Giovanni Klein now, looking for this move on Kenneth Cheney. Right down to the bottom. Cut that apron just a little bit, stay under that dotted white line, but they can be side by side here. Cheney backs out of it smartly. As here comes Hunter Sr. now trying to take advantage of that. Not gonna happen. Jared Skinner now looking for the bottom. Gonna be side by side with that high side podcast machine. It's just a spider machine on the bottom of Jared Skinner. Stay side by side. It's battle for 7th, but up front, Mark Kissweather going to try and get by Cole Steiner as Dylan Chappell was able to get by that 24 machine. But Mark Kissweather at the bottom backs out of it and stays behind Cole Steiner. As a single file through the field so far. Giovanni Klein trying to look on Mark Kissweather, but not really enough yet. Not close enough yet. staying close there, but Dylan Chappell actually chasing down a race leader or Donnie Kite. Trying to use that to his advantage, but not able to get close enough yet. But everyone's staying single file for now. No one really close enough. It mounts an attack. That's mainly everyone's just staying single file, trying to settle in here for this long run. Restart with about just over 80 to go, about 85 laps to go. So you're gonna have to make one pit stop. You can probably go to about 30 laps to go in this race. Dylan Chappell hunting down Donnie Kite now, looking for that race lead. Donnie Kite in the lead. Here comes Dylan Chappell on the outside. Just see side by side for the lead off of turn number 4. Dylan Chappell not enough though. He gets loose to the front end of the front nose a little bit, and that's going to cost him a lot of time. Donnie Kite able to hold on to the lead for now. Just kind of see the clouds have taken over the racetrack, and let's take a look at the track temp. The track temp was 114 degrees, now it's 99. The sun's kind of coming up a little bit. These top two staying close together. These two get battling, they'll bring the field back together. Chappell holds second down the front straightaway. Chappell down to the bottom, side by side as Kiswither takes the opportunity on Cole Steiner for third. Sees his battle up for the race lead as now Kite's gonna be able to clear out the corner, but Kiswither trying to stick his nose to the inside of Cole Steiner. Big battles throughout most of this field right now, but Dylan Chappell, big moment off of 2. That's gonna allow Cole Steiner with a great run off of 2. Gonna dive to the inside, side by side for second. Cole Steiner trying to take advantage of this opportunity. He's going to get loose though on the bottom at 3 and 4. That's going to allow Kiswither to clear, but Giovanni Klein clears to Kevin Cheney. Now he's going for the move on Cole Steiner. Everything just kind of happening now. Everyone's starting to make the moves, getting their runs. And now Cole Steiner able to hold off Giovanni Klein there as Klein kind of loses the front nose, entering the corner. But now Mark Kiswither tries to make the move on Dylan Chappell for second. Headed to the bottom, backs up the corner a lot, but Cole Steiner now driving in deep into the 3 and 4. Taking a lot of entry speed. That's going to sacrifice the exit speed though. Now Giovanni Klein going to try to make that move for fourth again. Not able to do it into 1. Not able to do it into 1. So he mounts an attack off of turn number 2 here. He's got a great run off of turn number 2. Down the back straighter, fakes him low, goes to the outside lane. Great fake from Giovanni Klein, but gets into the wall, entering the corner. But now Dylan Chappell, all the outside of Donnie Kite for the race lead off of 4. He's going to get tight, but he's going to hold side by side there with Donnie Kite. Mark Kiswither right there in third, right behind, waiting for something to happen. Dylan Chappell on the outside, Donnie Kite on the bottom. This is a perfect move for Dylan Chappell. He's going to have the preferred lane on the outside. Donnie Kite going to have to back out of it on the bottom. Going to get too tight. Dylan Chappell clears the lead, but now Kiswither going to take that opportunity, take advantage. He's going to go to the bottom of Donnie Kite for second. Going to wrap that that dotted white line on the bottom, but Donnie Kite on the outside able to take advantage. Able to use the runs on the outside. It clears Mark Kiswither for second. Giovanni Klein trying to make the same move on Cole Steiner for fourth. wasn't enough. Dylan Chapel able to hold the lead, but now Donnie Kite going to try to chase him back down. All that battling, just hit it. You have to imagine what that did on the tires for some of these drivers. They might start to pay the price later in this run. Donnie Kite is closing that gap back down to Dylan Chapel. Not close enough to make much ground. Guys, staying close to Chapel, not letting him go. Gotta take the fifth view here now. Donnie Kite actually with a good run as soon as we go out of the fifth view. That's a good run down off of 4. He's gonna go down to the wall. Gonna try to make the move there. He's gonna force Chapel up to the outside wall. He's gonna take this opportunity at the bottom. He's gonna try and stay side by side off of turn 2. This is getting very sketchy, but he's gonna make it work side by side for Donnie Kite. The move on the bottom through 1 and 2. Basic stick. Now can he do it in 3 and 4? Gonna back up the entry a little bit, try carrying more center speed, but Dylan Chapel able to do it better on the outside lane. But now that's gonna allow Mark Kissware to the outside. Oh, but Dylan Chapel's going around! He gets turned by Donnie Kite down the front straightaway. No caution, Dylan Chapel's gonna back up the racetrack. Dylan Chapel goes around off the front nose of Donnie Kite. Donnie Kite falls all the way back to 6th, but now Mark Kissware takes the lead. As Cole Snyder now under attack, there's the caution, and the caution will come out for Dylan Chapel. Huge hit to the inside wall. As just kind of aggressive moves, aggressive racing. Both of them wanted to lead. No one wanted to give it up their position. They just met in the middle on the front straightaway. And Dylan Chapel ended up going around. Let's take a look at what happened. This kind of transpires through 3 and 4. They're going to stay side by side. Dylan Chapel with a great run off of turn 4, but he's going to get a little bit tight. It's going to cost him a little bit of time. Donnie Kite's going to stay on the bottom. Going to get up to aggressive to side trap and just misjudged it. Trying to get in line with Mark Kisswether behind him. Just sends Dylan Chapel around. Let's take a look at this from Mark Kisswether's point of view. As he was on board here with Mark Kisswether. That's not the correct telemetry there, but the replay here he's trying to make trying to fill that gap with Cole Snyder on the outside of Donnie Kite there, but just not enough. And he did it. He lifted out of it there. Seemed like he was good to let Kite back in line, but Kite was just too aggressive there on the side draft, just misjudged it a little bit, and Dylan Chapel went around hard on the inside wall. As Mark Kisswether came in as the leader, he takes 4 tires, but Donnie Kite stays down on the racetrack. Giovanni Klein, though, 2-tire call there, is going to put him up to the race lead. And that is going to be an interesting strategy call there from Giovanni Klein, but Donnie Kite stays out. Giovanni Klein on 2 tires, she'll move into 2nd. So while we have a moment under this caution, let's take a step away just for a moment. Let's take a word from our sponsor. back here to Darlington Raceway as Donnie Kite did come down pit road from the lead. Actually, he did get a pit entering close pit, so might get a green flag hold there. But Giovanni Klein will be the race leader. He likes to take the outside on 2 tires. 2-tire strategy call there, so we'll see how that works out for that 5 machine out in front. But Giovanni Klein, Cole Steiner on the front row, green flag back in the air with just complete lap number 60, just over halfway here in Darlington. As Giovanni Klein with a great start. Mark Kismer on the first driver on 4 tires now, right behind him. See how the 2 tires hold up for Giovanni Klein. Is out just with 58 to go. They should be able to make it to the end. Actually, it could be a little close on fuel, so we'll see if this works out. Giovanni Klein maybe try a 2-tire call and try to pit early. We'll see how that works out for that 5 machine, but Mark Kiswither holding on in second. Everyone single files out pretty quickly. Donnie Kite serving his penalty now as he comes down pit road. Everything's single file so far. Everyone's just taking their time now. Fuel could be a question. Might still have to make 1 pit stop. So we'll see how aggressive some of these drivers get. Probably they only need to go about 30 laps on a tank to split it evenly. The length of the first stage, that's all they have to go. Right now, Cole Steiner trying to hold off Hunter Sr. for 4th. These drivers are the closest on the racetrack. Everyone else kind of gave each other about a few car length gap, but now Cole Steiner at the bottom. Actually, we saw about 4, I think, there. It's Hunter Sr. going to round the outside pretty easily there. So Cole Steiner falling back a little bit. He tried to save I wonder if he tried to start backed off a little bit, trying to save a little bit of fuel. Let's take a look here on board with Cole Steiner. That's interesting there. No shifting for Cole Steiner. Yeah, very slow off the corner, very low RPM. And he's backing it off, so he's just letting them go. I think Cole Steiner, he's trying to save that fuel. This could be a fuel mileage race. And Cole Steiner taking advantage of that. You kind of hear him, he's really backing up for the straightaway. He's trying to save as much fuel as possible. Not shifting like he was early in the race. Trying to keep the RPMs as low as possible. Just really manage the RPMs. Don't want to burn too much fuel. Lose about a lap and a half on pit road, so he's got a lap and a half to give up. If it's that close. It's about 58. We restarted with 58 to go. Fuel percentage normally is about 75%. 75% of fuel in a normal fuel tank. Oh, there he goes. He shuts the engine off there, clutches it in. So Cole Steiner, big fuel save. We'll see if that works out for him later. Meanwhile, up front right now, Giovanni Klein not saving at all, not shifting. He's going into 4th gear. He's out to a big lead right now. Normally a fuel tank, typically about, I think, around 75 laps on fuel. So 75% of that. And then also, it's very dependent as well. It can be about 80 laps as well sometimes, depending on how you're driving it. You're taking it very easy, pushing in the corner, saving the tires, not shifting. You maybe stretch it to about 80 laps on fuel. looking, they're based off about 75 laps on fuel. They were looking at 56 laps on the fuel tank. So probably around, right just in that window. I think Cole Steiner has realized that, and he is taking this moment to save his fuel. He's really backed off the pace. He's now 6 seconds off the lead. He's really saving this fuel. And I think he can do it. I mean, if it's about 75, along board here with Cole Steiner again. After the 75 lap fuel tank, 75% of that is about 56 laps of fuel. We restarted with 58 to go. So just a little bit of fuel saving. He's not going to have to do too much. He's back to not clutching. He's still not shifting. You don't want to shift. You don't want to shift at all in this run if you're going to fuel save, because you don't want to shift and burn a little bit more fuel with a little higher RPM. Meanwhile, up front, actually, Kenneth Cheney looking for second, and he was going to be able to make that move on Mark Kissweather. But the fuel mileage is going to come down. It's going to come down to fuel mileage here. You'll see as these front runners, they're not really saving fuel. As we know, Giovanni Klein is, and he's been shifting the whole run. He's pulled out to about 2.5 seconds. He's on a 2-tire strategy call as well. So I think his plan is just to send it as much as he can, pit about halfway, and come down, maybe take a 2 R4 again, and push as much as he can. Don't not worry about fuel. But Cole Steiner, on the other hand, he's looking to save his fuel, trying to make this as long as possible. He's given about 7 seconds so far. He give up about probably about 45 seconds to give up. So he can give about a lap and a half. He'll still make it to the finish. So, but also keep in mind his tire wear will fall off, and Giovanni Klein will be faster on those new tires when he pits, because Giovanni Klein, no doubt, at this pace will have to pit by the end of this race. He's not saving at all, and it was right on that margin. So I think Giovanni Klein will definitely have to pit, no doubt. Cole Steiner dropping off to about 7.5 seconds now. Everyone's trying to follow in pursuit. Let's take a look here on board with Jared Skinner. He's right behind these drivers. He's also got the drop a little bit to use, but no, he is shifting. He's in 4th gear here. So Jared Skinner might not be saving. So Cole Steiner might be the only one saving on this racetrack right now. His last lap was a 30.311. So he's about 3/4 tenths slower than these drivers up front. Backing off, saving his fuel, staying in 5th gear, not shifting down to 4th. As Jared Skinner is staying in 4th gear, but preferably want to stay in 5th. As he shifts up to 5th there just for a second on pit entry, on entry into 1. Take a look at Mark Kissweather here. 2 minutes down the back straightaway. He looks like he's lifting a little bit down the straightaway. He clutches it into 1, so he clutches it into 3 and 4. Restarting the engine off as well, so Mark Kissweather saving that fuel as well, but not going to as egregious as Cole Steiner. Just trying to stay right behind, clutch it in a little bit on entry, and stay right behind Kenneth Cheney. Actually, clutch it in the corner here as well. So Mark Kissweather also saving fuel, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. Most of the field spread out is really just these 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of Cheney, Kissweather, and Skinner. Just they sub all together the Tubbs graphics machine of Kenneth Cheney, the Sheets Design machine of Mark Kissweather, and the JuicySpydr machine of Jared Skinner. Mark Kissweather. So, it said Jared Skinner. I'm not sure what that is. But currently those 3 together on the racetrack. Under attack here from Nathan Johnson as well. Giovanni Klein all out in front, 2 seconds. He's now running about 1/10 slower than the guys behind him, but he has not been saving at all this entire run. So neither has Jared Skinner. So those two probably intend to pit before the end of this race. So restarted lap number 60. Restarted coming to lap number 61. So halfway in this run will be about 30 to go, roughly just under 30 to go. So that will be around lap 90 is when the halfway point of this race will be, well, the halfway point of this run will be. So this time by will complete lap number 80. Mark Kissler staying close to Kim Cheney, but he's just saving his fuel behind that 76 machine. Just saving his fuel, biding his time, using the draft to his advantage. This time by will be 80 laps to, well, just 80 laps down here. So while we have the moment here at Darlington, a little chill and kind of single file as well, we're going to take this moment, we're going to do a little bit of element and crank it up here for Darlington. From our crank it up, as now you see Mark Kissler diving to the bottom. He's going to clear Kenneth Cheney for second. He's going to get the move done, as we saw it during that crank it up segment. He also made a move, but got in the wall in 3 and 4, and Cheney was able to cross him back over. But now Cheney's also saving fuel as well, as Kissler was really biding his time behind Kenneth Cheney and saving his fuel as much as he possibly could. Wasn't even was just sitting right behind him, not eager to make a move. But Jared Skinner just not, he's been staying in 4th gear, not really saving at all much. He's not definitely saving, he's not as much as he would be in 5th gear. If he's just sitting back there and he's staying in 4th gear. Giovanni Klein, he has not been saving the whole run, but Mark Kissler with the Kenneth Cheney, all saving. Hunter Sr. I haven't really seen Nathan Johnson. Let's go on board here with Nathan Johnson, see if he's saving. He's going to get the wall there in 1 and 2. Take a look here on board, see if he saves, if he's going to save through down to 1 and 2. I 3 and 4, but actually no, he is shifting as well. So Nathan Johnson, don't think he's really saving at all either. So the laps to go on our pylon here. This time by will be 30 laps to go, so just the stage length left. So we're going to be halfway through this pit stop, pit run, this pit cycle really, or this cycle for this run. So we'll see what these drivers will do. Giovanni Klein, expect him to pit in the next couple of laps. Well, Mark Chisson, whether he was okay, he was a little blinking out a little bit on our tower there, so we're something might have happened to him, but he was just sticking out a little bit. But he is back, still running second. He's sort of chased down Giovanni Klein a little bit now, but keep in mind, Cole Steiner, he was heavy saving at the start of this run. Let's see if he's still heavy saving. Maybe a lot closer than what we think. Also, maybe could just be over saving a little bit. He's still letting off into the corner. Oh, he actually got on the wall there. Okay, 3 and 4. We'll have to see it. Who can save the fuel the best? So Kevin Cheney, Mark Kissweather, and Cole Steiner are the 3 that have been saving the most fuel. Dylan Chappell may be saving a little bit as well, as he is heavily damaged, as from that incident, that caution we had. Not sure if he had pretty bad aero damage, any wheel damage, or pretty heavy engine damage, but he's being so far back now. But 12 seconds now is the gap to Cole Steiner to Giovanni Klein, so he's gained plenty of time. He's lost a lot of time, but he definitely will be able to still, even if everyone else pits other than Kissweather and Cheney, he'll still be able to pick up 3rd quite easily. Going pits if he can make it to the end. But we'll see. These drivers still saving fuel. Kevin Cheney, Mark Kissweather still saving fuel here in 2nd and 3rd. Giovanni Klein, though, he has not been saving the whole run. We'll see how much longer he decides to keep it out on the racetrack. Right now it's Giovanni Klein all out in front, but he has not been saving at all this entire run. Can he make it? He has not been saving at all. The fuel number was probably around 56 to 60. I don't really know if he can really stretch it. I think 58, especially with the shifting. I don't know if he can do it, but let's stick on board now, see if he started to save a little bit. He's still shifting. A little slower than 3 and 4, but now falling off the pace a little bit. Pretty even lap times with Mark Kissweather. He's lost time about half a second compared to Mark Kissweather for the past maybe 5-10 laps or so. But he's still holding on to the lead. He's yet to come down pit road. Marcus Other Kevin Cheney, closest on the racetrack so far. Everyone else just backed off, maybe saving their own fuel. I think Jared Skinner might have start saving his own fuel as well. He's really coasting in 4th gear. Right now, Jared Skinner sitting in 4th. He's one of the 4 that have not been saving. We'll have to pit here very shortly. They're probably gonna. They might try. Some of these drivers might try to stretch it as long as possible. They maybe just try to stretch it all the way. They're not that far off the fuel. They could be close. But Marcus, what I said to Cheney, they have been saving. They have been saving, but they've been staying in the main pack as well while doing it. Giovanni Klein, he's been out front shifting the whole time. He's not been saving. He could be close on fuel. You're well past the halfway point in this run. We started with just under 60 to go. Well, we started with 58 laps to go. So we're past the halfway point, so you probably would have ideally wanted to pit, split that in half. So he's still sitting out in front. Jared Skinner, he's one that has been shifting. Don't really know if he's really been saving or not, trying to save in 4th gear. It's not ideal, the ideal way to save fuel by sitting in 4th gear, but he's doing it as well. He's really dropped off the pace. Nathan Johnson, he was shifting. He was not really saving at all, I don't think. There he is. You actually heard it right there. So he's down. Nathan Johnson starting to save now as well. He was shifting earlier. Hunter Senior. He's now actually Hunter Senior's now under attack from Cole Steiner here. So Cole Steiner, he went from the heavy save from the get-go, from the drop of the green of this run. And he's dropped all the way back 13 seconds. Yeah, now as you hear them, they're big save, big let off there. So Cole Steiner, I mean, if he's saving this hard, still he could be really close. I mean, if he's still hard saving after hard saving this entire run so far, that only indicates how close maybe JuicySpydr and Cheney have been. If they've been saving, they've been kind of moderately saving throughout the entire run. The Senior was one not expected the saving as well, but I think he's now backed it off as well. So I think everyone's starting to save a little bit now, knowing how close it was on fuel. But Cole Steiner, he knew from the get-go, from the drop of the green from this run, of what he needed. He's been trying to save the whole run. We'll only know once we get with this final 5 laps. I mean, that's really the only when we're expecting these drivers to run out. As Giovanni Klein, he's picked up the pace a little bit. He's back up to about 2.3, 2.4 over JuicySpydr. Last time there was just kind of even, a 10th here for JuicySpydr, a 10th there for Giovanni Klein. That's how it's really been this whole run so far. Now JuicySpydr going to try and close the gap back in. Last time by, he actually picked up the pace. He ran a 31.2 last time by, to now running a 30.4. So I think JuicySpydr, he's down go time. He just decided to start pushing. And now he's going to try and put on the turn on the afterburners and try and go push up to Giovanni Klein, knowing if Klein can make it, he's got to get close enough to mount an attack for the win. JuicySpydr trying to go back-to-back. Last week's winner at Phoenix. Gap down to 1.4, so JuicySpydr closing the gap in. Let's take a look here at the lap times. Of those top 2. So the gap is now 8 tenths, so JuicySpydr, he started to push now. He's been saving a little bit moderately the whole run, and now he's really starting to push. That's about half a second faster, 3/10 the lap before and 5/10 the lap before that. So JuicySpydr starting to push now. I think JuicySpydr knows it's time to go with 13 to go. Giovanni Klein yet to pit, so I think Klein now, he pushed really early to try to build that gap, and now I think he's now trying to save now. It's just kind of who can save when, who can save the best. Cole Steiner, he's still behind Nathan Johnson and Hunter Senior. They're all together now, actually. This is the top 5 spot. Just keep an eye on that gap for the race lead as well. Gap's about 4/10. JuicySpydr starting from I think trying to maybe save a little bit more now. He's also getting in that heavy, dirty air behind Giovanni Klein now, so it's going to be harder and harder for JuicySpydr to get by. You can see him chasing down, but 11 to go this time by. But this battle for 5th now, Hunter Senior, Nathan Johnson, they're really starting to save now. I think Nathan Johnson really started to back off. Cole Steiner still saving, I believe. Let's go forward with that 24 machine. He did not shift this entire run. He stayed in 5th gear the whole way, so he theoretically should have the most fuel. He's been heavy saving, clutching into the corner, every single corner this entire run. So Cole Steiner should be plenty good. I mean, if he's still saving, I mean, he could be a lot closer, but now he's going to be outside of Hunter Senior now. gonna look for that move. He's gonna be able to get it done pretty easily. So Close-Signer now saved the whole run. I think Hunter Sr. now and Nathan Johnson, they're now saving, hard saving as much as they can. Now they're gonna be close, but Mark Kissweather up for the lead as he just now took the race lead away from Giovanni Klein. Take a look how he did that here off of turn 4. Oh, Klein got loose on before there. And that's what did it. And now Mark Kissweather took the race lead. So, big moment off of turn 4 for Giovanni Klein. Now they're saying, now Mark Kissweather, he has all the track to work with. So, now he's just, we'll see if he saves us now. But 110 laps to go, 110 laps down now. 8 more laps here from Darlington. Can these drivers make it, or will they be a few laps short? Who saved the most fuel? Cole-Signer's been saving the whole run, and he's still saving, so he could be really close. Maybe he didn't get enough fuel, but I don't know why he's still saving. It only tells me if Cole-Signer's still saving back there in 5th, 14 seconds back, that these drivers are going to be a lot closer than what we thought. Oh, 7 to go. Kissweather holds on. Giovanni Klein staying within striking distance, staying within about 2/10. Trying to stay close enough. Trying to save his own bit of fuel. Let's go on board Giovanni Klein. Let's see what he's doing here on board. Saving his fuel. Not really saving. I think he's just really burnt up his tires now, starting to fall off the pace. Dylan Chappell down pit road. He was already damaged really far off the pace already from that last incident, but he's got a pit now, so he was one that probably wasn't saving at all. So he has to pit with 6 to go, but Mike Cole-Signer, the gap's down to 13 seconds. He's been putting chunks of time into that now. I don't know if he's really saving, but Mark Kissweather got the lead. He's pulling away, but now Giovanni Klein has to make down pit road. So Giovanni Klein down pit road was able to make it with 5 laps to go. And he was not saving the whole run. And he's got to pit with 5 to go. So just a splash to go. Have to assume the splash and go for Giovanni Klein. That's all he will take. Yep, splash and go for Giovanni Klein. Gets off of pit road. He actually is going to go a lap down. 4 to go. Mark Kissweather. How hard is he going to be saving? Cole-Signer, Jared Skinner now. Down pit road. Jared Skinner was not saving. What does that say about Hunter Sr. or Nathan Johnson? How close are they? They started saving the back half of the run. You realize they would be close. Cole-Signer's still coasting. Let's go on board here. Cole-Signer still coasting here. So you know it's got to be close if Cole-Signer has been clutching and not shifting this entire run. What does that say for Mark Kissweather and Kim Cheney out front? Will Cole-Signer be able to take the win away if these drivers can't make it? This time by 2 to go for Mark Kissweather. Just over 2.5 miles. Can he make it back to the white flag? Mark Kissweather, 5-second gap to Kim Cheney. Still gaining. I think Cheney's starting to fall hard save some more. Can Kissweather make it? Does he have enough? Can he make it? 5 seconds is the gap to Kim Cheney if he does run out of fuel. Off of turn number 4. 1 lap to go for Mark Kissweather. Does he have enough? He saved throughout the run. Not hard saving like Cole-Signer, but he's been saving moderately throughout the entire run. Took his time, just abided his time, sitting in P3 this entire run. And I think now as he down the back straightaway, as he enters turn 3, if he runs out now, he's got plenty enough to coast into the finish. Mark Kissweather, a great run through this entire. He was able to pick up the stage win and a perfect fuel saving. He has enough fuel. Mark Kissweather wins at Darlington. A great fuel save for Mark Kissweather. That entire last run just took his time, bided his time in third, sat behind Kenneth Chaney the whole time, and he took that moment, he took that opportunity, and he took the win. Saved enough fuel to stretch it right there. He's still coasting. I think he might be out now. Ran out as soon as he crossed the line. Giovanni Klein, not enough. Didn't save, had a pit with 5 to go. Giovanni Klein rounds out 6th. Jared Skinner had the pit. Nathan Johnson, Hunter Sr., they made it to the finish. Albeit 22 seconds off the pace, but they made it to the finish after only saving half the run. But Mark Kissweather has just enough for a burnout. He's gonna burn it down here on the first straightaway here at Darlington after a perfect fuel save run, and he's gonna celebrate his back-to-back wins to start the first 3 races of quarter 2. Our quarter 1 champion. He's on 2 for 3 to start the quarter 2. It's back to the wall, still celebrating here from Darlington. While Kissweather celebrates, we're going to take a quick break here for Darlington. We'll be right back with our top 3 interviews.
At NJBDesigns.com, we specialize in transforming your vehicle into a work of art by revolutionizing the way you see your car with the hottest trends in sim racing. Choose from a wide range of colors, textures, finishes to promote your business and sponsors in style. Whether you're looking to add a sleek matte finish, a flashy chrome accent, or a custom design that turns heads, our designers have you covered. If you want to stand out in the crowd, visit njbdesigns.com today and let our team of professionals transform your vision into reality.
Welcome back here to Darlington as Mark Kissweather, we just wrapped up 118 laps as a fuel save. Mark Kissweather was able to pick up the race win. Before we get to our top 3 winners, let's take a look at our results of Mark Kissweather. Able to pick up the win. Kenneth Chaney able to round out 2nd. Cole Steiner able to pick up 3rd. Hunter Sr. and Nathan Johnson able to hold off as well. So the top 5 all able to make it on fuel. Giovanni Klein picks up P number 6 after having to pit with 5 to go, or splash and go. Jared Skinner, same with him as well. He was able to get 7th. Donnie Kite able to pick up 8th. Jillian Chappell rounds out 9th, 2 laps down after his incident about halfway through the race, just under halfway through the race. And Brock Moore is out early as he rounds out our 10-car field for tonight. But all out front. It was a one-man show out front that entire final stint as he was able to save enough fuel just able to take the lead with just a few laps to go. How were you able to save enough fuel, Marcus, were they able to pick up the win?
Just hoped and prayed that I could save enough fuel going so slow. I don't think I've ever raced that slow on an oval track. And I suck at fuel saving, so I'm glad I could save enough fuel, and I saved enough for the burnout, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, you're still able to have plenty there. Just how tight was it really there on that final run? You noticed that you were kind of staying in 5th gear, just biding your time behind Cheney there in 2nd, and just not really just taking your time, not just kind of using that draft, but just how close was it really there at the end?
I think I crossed the line with maybe 0.5, 0.6 gallons left, from what it said in the sim. But yeah, I was just kind of hanging out, just trying to save enough fuel, and once I had just a little bit, I could push, and then save again, and then push some more, just so I could catch Giovanni, and I saved enough.
Yeah, you're able to play the fuel strategy perfectly to your advantage. You're able to pick up 2 in a row to start quarter 2. So before we send you off on your way, any responsible thank for tonight's race 1?
Yeah, I would like to thank Cheesy Designs and Pizza and Wings Gaming for giving me a hot rod.
All right, once again, congrats on the win, and we'll see you next week at Michigan.
All right, thank you.
So that was our race winner of Mark Kissweather. We'll bring in our 2nd place finisher of Kenneth Cheney. So Kenneth Cheney able to pick up number 2. You had to save a little bit of fuel about halfway through the run there, but how are you able to make it to the very end? We noticed that you're kind of really starting to back off late in that final 20 so laps. So just what was your game plan to save enough fuel to make it to the end there?
Yeah, I mean, I was just trying to just clutch it and just lift like really early, and then with like 10 to go, I just started going like half throttle down the straight, like 75%. But yeah, those long runs were just harsh because I got damage earlier from 2 cars kind of putting me in the wall, so the rest of the race was just kind of rough for me.
Yeah, and just you were able to work your way up to 2nd. You started pretty well up front. I would assume I don't really have the good start, so I kind of forgot. But you're able to work your way through the field. Just how was tonight? How did the car handle tonight, and especially around dirty air, and how tough was it really to pass out there tonight as well?
I mean, yeah, no, I mean, the car was definitely rough to handle in dirty air. It definitely would wash you up on the track and whatnot. But especially like with the damage I got early on from being put in the wall like twice, it definitely didn't help at all. But yeah, you know, I was just trying to pick them off one by one, usually around like 3 and 4. I felt like that was like the best passing opportunity, so yeah. And then obviously we just had to field save there at the end, so that was kind of rough.
And you're still able to hold on to P number 2 though, and a solid run for you tonight. But before we send it off on your way, any special thing for tonight's 2nd place run?
Yeah, I mean, thank you for Top Graphics putting out the paint schemes, and thank you for the league owner, Payne Graboid, running a pretty decent league out here, so wasn't too chaotic or anything, besides that one incident with the leaders, but whatever. But yeah, no, it was pretty fun out here tonight, so thank the league for that.
And yeah, and once again, congrats on your 2nd place finish. We'll see you next week in Michigan.
Alright, see you, boss.
So that was our 2nd place finisher of Kenneth Cheney, and our 3rd place finisher of Cole Snyder. As we noticed right at the very start of the run, he went straight to 5th gear, and he went straight to the back, just saving as much fuel as possible. Do you think you just oversaved there? You're still able to pick up a solid 3rd place run, but what do you think you could have different there? Do you think you just kind of oversaved that final run there?
Yeah, dude, I ran so slow for 50 laps, and I still crossed the line with I think a half a lap left. So I saved just enough, but I was questioning how Mark and Kenneth, how they saved enough gas, but kudos to those guys. They put it on us tonight.
Yeah, you ran a very good race all night long. You're up front. You had to save that fuel in that final run there, and just how did that caution there mid-race? You had to split it up there with that fuel run, but just what was your game plan, strategy through all the tonight? Just kind of running up front, and how tough was it to pass out there? And then what was your game plan pretty much after that caution?
Yeah, I felt more in the way than anything tonight. This isn't one of my best tracks at all with this car and this combo. But there's no stopping Mark Kissenweather. That kid is he's wild. So I was like, I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna save, and hopefully he runs out. But even me saving still couldn't beat him. So it's back to the drawing board.
You're still able to pick up a very solid third place run tonight. But before we send you on your way, any sort of thing for tonight's third place run?
Yeah, thank Pizza and Wings Gaming, you for broadcasting this thing, Donnie for running it. Teammates Dylan Chappell, he ran great tonight. He got in a wreck there and ended his night. Shout out to Mark, he's something else. And a shout out to Giovanni Klein tonight with that beautiful paint scheme out there, running around, leading laps, running up front. That was cool to see. And everyone for keeping this thing green for the most.
Yeah, Giovanni Klein definitely had a really good paint scheme out there tonight with that silver throwback paint scheme. That was definitely it's an eye catcher out there tonight. But you stay able to pick up a solid third place run, and we'll solid run for you tonight. And good luck next week in Michigan.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
So that was our third place finisher of Cole Snyder, as he was able to pick up a solid third place run. He took a lot of fuel saving. He took the fuel saving to the max right at the very start, but he was able to pick up a third place run tonight. But it was definitely a fun race tonight. We saw the fuel strategy right at the very end, and it came down to Mark Kissenweather. He was able to pick up the win and take the lead with only about 6 laps to go, and Klein had to pit with about 5 to go, and he still rided out P6 tonight. But Mark Kissenweather all out in front, and it was a very fun race tonight. But before we sign off here from Darlington here tonight, coming up here next on the Legends Racing Network tomorrow night, Monday night, we'll have the 5 Points Racing League Turnkey Network Solution Series and the Xfinity Machines. They'll be going to Darlington tomorrow night, so that at 9 o'clock Eastern time, so that'll definitely be a fun race. Wednesday night, we'll have the Superstar Cup. They'll be going to their first road course of the season at Watkins Glen, 8:15 Eastern time. And on Saturday night, we'll have the Bolt Racing League Grand National Series. They'll be going to Bristol for their finale at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Next week, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. The Stampede Racing League JuicySpydr Premier Series will be going to Michigan, so our first 2-mile racetrack of the quarter. So definitely a fun schedule coming up here next on the Legends Racing Network. But so long here for Darlington. I'm Aaron Brown. So long here for Darlington, and we'll see you next time on the Legends Racing Network.